Hi, it's Dwayne from CodeWheel. In the next part of this video, we're going to finish off building this design. But in this video, we'll be looking at the online university and webinar section, email sign up, and then the footer navigation links. Okay then, let's build up on what we've done in the last video. In the last video, we got up till this section here. So the next bit in the design is going to be these two boxes here. So it's join our digital university and this month's webinars. So let's do that now. So if we go back to VS Code, underneath here we're going to create a new section. Let me just say in the section we just put flex and justify between. Okay, so now let's go back to the design. So each box has got an image at the top, a title and description. So we create our first div. So it's going to be width of half. And let's see what the margin is. So if you go back to here. So let's get the margin up between them. Okay, so that's 43 pixels. So in the Tailwind scale, 43, each element goes up by 4 pixels, so 43 divided by, if you round up to 44, so that'd be 11. I don't think there's a spacing for 11, so we quickly check that on the Tailwind site. Tailwind CSS. So let's go to size, padding. No, there's not. But in this case, I'm happy to round down. So if you put it, set it to 10. So MR10. Okay, back to the design. So we've got the image here, link and description. So let's do the image. So it's going to be a hyperlink. And image. SRC. Images. And that is someone making notes. So making notes. And the alt tag is person making notes by a laptop. Okay, we need to add in the rounded borders as well. So we do that now. So class rounded small. Now we do the title. So I'm just checking what we had these as. So we had these as H2s. So I will put these as a H3. And then we add in a link for it. So I spelled online incorrectly, so it's O-N-L-I-N-E. Let me just add in this text as well. See how that looks. Okay, so we're just adding our styling. So we're just going to copy the previous classes. So if you just copy this link here, okay, and we go back to the design. Excellent. We're going to need to add some margin bottom there, so let's add in some margin bottom. So if we say class on the H3, margin bottom 1, so that'd be about 4 pixels. Excellent. Let's go to design. I think that's slightly smaller. That looks like it's 18. Okay, so 18 is text XLG, so text large. You also need to put some margin on that image too. So if we add a class onto this, MB2. Oh, it's inline element, so we just make like a block element now. So block. Yeah, looks about correct. So got the hover on. The line height looks a bit more bigger here, so let's increase that too on mine. So if you go to here, class, leading relaxed. Excellent, that's a bit more better. We're also going to need to put some space between these, so let's check what the current spacing is, padding. So currently we've got it set to 10. So we go back up to this div, just to make it more symmetrical, so that's why I'm putting it as 10. So py, so it's pb hyphen 10. Cool. Join our digital online university. Okay, that looks okay to me. So back to the code. So we just duplicate this one. We no longer need the margin right. Replace the title about the webinar. Replace the image. Yeah, focus on laptop. And person, so replace that. So what the person's doing is Mel looking at laptop. Mel is focused on his laptop. Just copy this text. Excellent. So we need to put margin padding bottom of 10 on this one too. Okay, so that's that section done. The next bit now is the email sign up. Okay. So this is going to be the footer on the page, so let's start building out this bit now. So if you go down to Okay. So footer. Okay, so the footer is made up of two parts. It's made up of the links in the bottom and this email sign up. So we do the email sign up first. So we create a div class. It's going to be BG CW. For ours, we've got it set as grey 50. So CW grey 50. And if we look, it's 40 pixels from the text here to the top, so that's going to be exactly 10. So P by 10. Okay, so now we're going to create a div inside that. The div's going to have two sections. So the section on the left is going to be the sign up details, and the other div's going to be the bit about the emails. So let's create our containing div. So it's going to be div this bit here needs to be centered, so we will just copy what we did for the previous centering on the main here. So we just copy this. Oops. So do it again. So div that's better. Now I've used this class, these groups of classes 3 times now. What I would usually do is extract this to its own separate class in CSS, something like page container. So rather than keep repeating this, I'll just change it once. But it's only a simple demo, so I'll just leave it as it is for now. So that's going to be div we give it a width of 50% for now, see how we get on. It might change. So let's call it a H3. Text is 24, so that'd be 2XL. Font is bold, and it's going to be work sans because it's a header. Oh, the colour is text grey 900 as well. So let's start doing that. Text CW grey 900. That's on there, but I can't seem to find the background. Okay, so let's see what's happening with that one. So BG CW grey 50 padding 10. Okay, it's not, by the looks of it, it's not picking up that there. So have I done something incorrect in the configs? Let's reopen the config. See, I've missed out the hash. So let's recompile the CSS now. Just what do I call it? It was build CSS. So this npm run build CSS. Okay, whilst that's running, we carry on for a bit. So we need this text there, so we copy that. Okay, excellent, that's compiled. So let's see if that's worked. Much better. So that's got text of large, a grey of 700. So if we do class, text of large, how does that look? We're going to need to put some margin in between these, so that looks about 11 pixels, that is, so 12 be the closest, so MB3. As I mentioned before, it goes up in multiples of 4 pixels, so it'd be 4, 8, 12, so that's why I said MB3. Cool, that's all done. Mine seems to go on, the design seems to go in 3 lines. Okay, we could do that now. So if we just play around with the width. We come back to that, we sort that afterwards. We get in the form first. So let's do the form. So on here we've got an input box and a button. So another div of 50. And now do the form. Okay. For accessibility, although I've not shown the label, we've got to still show the label. So for screen readers, so they can see what's on the page. So form for email, and this will be enter your email. Tailwind's got a class as well that does this, so only screen readers can read it. I think it's SR only, but let's go to the Tailwind site. So if we do screen readers, there we go. SR only, so only screen readers will be able to read this. So SR only. Yep, cool, we can't see that on the page, which that's what we wanted. Okay. So let's put in our input. So input email, email, email. And the placeholder is enter your email. And we did the button as well. There it is there. So we need to add a flex onto this. So let's quickly do that now. Flex, justify between. Okay, so let's add in the classes for the inputs. So class, Grace 700. So Tailwind also has got some classes for the placeholders. To do these, you just prefix it with placeholder. And if you see they've come up now, so placeholder, CW, grey 700. Okay, so let's give it a height of, say, 12. Go 10. Height of 10. Padding of 2. And give it a width of 64. Let's see how this looks. That's a bit too small, so let's make that 12 like I originally thought. Excellent. So let's do the button. So I've got a chevron there. What I tend to use is for my icons is refactoring UI Herocons. Yeah. These were done by Steve Shoga, and he does a lot of work on Tailwind as well, so I usually use these icons. So just solid chevrons. There it is there. So just paste that in. Okay, so let's see how that looks. There it is there. Cool. We can resize all that down now. So first things first is let's change this icon. Class is text white, and for the button, what colour is that? Oh, BG 400. So class BG 400. Oh, sorry, BG CW blue 400. The hover color will be the same as the other, so BG CW blue 600, and we just make that a square, so width of 10. Actually I said 12 before, so it'd be 12. Width of 12, height of 12. So I mentioned the height was there 12, so let's see how that looks. Cool, that's okay. So let's put a flex on these. Flex, align, center to center it in the middle. And self center to line the element itself in the middle. Excellent. Thinking about, I don't need this containing div actually. It's just additional code, so delete that. Excellent. Oh yeah, it's going to wrap these onto another line. So to do that, we just do W 4/5. That's a bit too big, so let's say that's 80%, so is there 11/12s? There you go, that's it. Oh, enter your email address. Thought it looked different, so enter your... Actually, email looks fine. Yeah, that's okay, email. So next bit now is the next footer. So what have we got here? So we've got we're going to need to do similar to what we did to here, so we copy this first. And now we're adding the links. I'm using Emmet to add in these links, so it's going to be UL, LI, A. So the first one is a copyright symbol, and it's going to go to the privacy page, so that's code wheel. So ampersand copy for the copyright, and we do code wheel. Okay, the text is grey 800, so class text CW grey 800. Excellent. Font bold, hover, text CW blue 600, hover, underline, oops, it needs to go down one more div. Okay, we also going to need to add a padding onto this element too. So if we add up here, it will need to be a margin this time. The reason why it needs to be a margin is because the padding is the blue spaces there, so we just added a margin instead. So margin of 10. Okay. I'll just add on one here too before I forget. Cool. So let's duplicate this line and see how it looks. We're going to need to have the flex to the list. So margin right of 10 pixels. I think that looks slightly too big. Let's do 5. Okay, cool. So we don't need this, and we just build them all out now. So on the design, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's home, travel, music, technology, and business. So home. Don't need that copyright no more. I'll just delete them all now. Technology. It's not there. Travel. Music. Technology and business. Excellent. They look slightly bigger on design, so let's make it a tad bigger. So back to the code. Okay, much better. So the next bit is the social media icons. So we've got Twitter and we've got Facebook. So let's add in them. So start with Twitter. So copy as SVG. We won't bother put it in SVG OMG for this one, so we just paste it in here. Get rid of the width and height, and we control that in Tailwind, so it's going to be class, fill current, and text CW. Actually, no, that's fine. It's going to inherit the base text. We just remove this one here. We just need to add in the width and height since we deleted it. So width of 6, height of 6. Excellent. And now to the Facebook icon. So just create another list element. LI hash. Go to Facebook. Copy as SVG. Again, we just put it straight into the page. You won't bother to use SVG OMG. Just copy these again. Okay, that's fine. So we just put a flex on it as well. They're a bit close, so let's add a margin of, that's 30 pixels, that is. So the closest one to that would be 8, because 8 divided by 4 is 32 and ours was 29, so if you just do 8. Okay. Oh, we do the hover colours. We want it to be matching what they've currently got for their colours in their website. So if we Google what Twitter is, so Twitter blue colour, see what comes up. Excellent. So it's 0 0 ACEE. So we're going to need to add them to our Tailwind config files. So because these are new colours, we've not got them set currently, so we just add them to Tailwind config. So we say Twitter blue, and that was 0 0 ACEE. We're going to be using Purge CSS, so that will get rid of all the extra weight that this is going to give us. So we do the Facebook now, so Facebook blue. Okay, that's Facebook in. And now we just recompile the CSS. npm run build CSS. Okay, whilst that's building, we add that back into the code. So hover text CW, actually not CW, it's just Facebook blue. And we do the same for the one above. So hover Twitter blue. Should be all done. So as that compiled, excellent. And that's Facebook blue. So we finally finished out this blog homepage. So we've done the navigation, the blog articles, and the footer section. There's a couple more bits that I want us to do, such as making the page responsive, because currently if we check that, it's not responsive at all. So we need to tidy up that a bit, and the navigation. And I also commented throughout the video that we want to do CSS purge, so we'll do that as well in the next video. So again, thanks for the time, thanks for watching. Any questions or issues, drop a comment in the box below, and don't forget to subscribe and like.